What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, checking out the brand new Punk Archetype, which is a really cool name. I hope they keep it, but I doubt it. Although I don't know, actually, because if it's in English and Japanese, I would imagine that part would be too. First thing that'll catch your eye is that artwork. Absolutely pristine. I'm digging that, so I hope these cards are good. But that's one of my favorite parts about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the artwork. I feel like it's a lot more vibrant, like the Galaxy Eyes archetype. I love it so much just because I love the neon colors, and this looks a lot like that. So it kind of drew me to it. And I feel like Magic the Gathering is a lot of like mountains and trees from what I've seen. Anyways, this is Yukio. Yeah, Punk. It sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh! Shirakuze. Who knows what that'll actually be named. Level 3 Earth Psychic Type Tuner Effect. Hashtag, you know what? They should have taken that thing off, the one that special summons the Psychic monster from the deck like 20,000 years ago. So maybe this will finally be, the realizing of that. Because they came out with that other archetype that's TCG exclusive, Mutants. And that card needs that card too. Emergency Teleport, that's the card. Anyways, 1200 attack, 600 defense. You can only use each of the following, each effect among the first and second effects with this card's name only once per turn. I can't imagine that's the way they're going to word it in the real card. You can pay 600 life points. Fusion summon one Punk Fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand and or field as fusion material. Shout out, fusion summoning with a monster, which is also a part of it, right? During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can pay 600 life points immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon you one Punk Synchro monster. Oh, I see. So they must pop during your turn. Otherwise, it's like, what's the point of that? But all right, that's pretty cool to be able to do that. Either one of those, that's not bad. This is Punk Wagon, also a level 3. I think they all are level 3s. Okay, cool. They always like to go with the low-level monsters and then have one big boss monster that I feel like nobody uses. But we'll see if there's different in this case. Punk Wagon, 900 attack, 600 defense. You can only use the first and second effects with this card's name once per turn. You can pay 600 life points. Add one Punk spell from your deck to your hand. Wow, these monsters have a lot of effects. Like this is an Omni Search. This is a fusion. This is polymerization in a monster. When a Punk monster you control is targeted for an attack or by an opponent's card effect, quick effect, you can draw one card. Huh. Well, that's pretty weird, huh? That's a strange. I don't know. I mean, sure, why not? I feel like they just like had a dartboard and they were like, all right, what random effect can we give this card? And it's like targeting. Got it. Okay, what's next? Drawing a card? It's okay. Anyways, it's still pretty good because their first effect is, good. This is, I don't know. I guess is the idea like, oh, they trying to hit you with infinite impermanence? I don't know. I can't think about it too much. Punk Madam Spider. Ooh. Level 3 Earth Psychic Tuner effect monster. So this one's... they're all tuners so far. Oh, you need you need non-tuners. They're all... Okay, they're literally all tuners except for the level 8. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. You can pay 600 life points. Add one Punk Trap from your deck to your hand. Again, I think that's... Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? It's like Magician's Rod searches everything, so I kind of feel like that's the baseline where I'm thinking of, but still, it's pretty cool, I suppose. If there's a way to search the monsters, that way if you already have the spell in your hand or a trap in your hand, that way you can kind of dictate your turn based off of that. We'll see, because there's a lot of cards that they've announced for this. I thought it was a structure deck at first. When you activate a Punk card or Punk card effect that targets a card your opponent controls, quick effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, halves its attack. Again, they're so random, I just feel like they drew stuff out of a half of a second effect. Okay, level 3, Earth, Psychic, Tuner, Effect Monster. Punk. Come on, dog. 600 attack, 600 defense. You can only use, again, once per turn. You can pay 600 life points. Add a Punk monster from deck to hand. Okay, so what I'm thinking is you use Emergency Teleport to summon this guy. Hopefully it's at 3. And then you can normal summon. Otherwise, like these aren't able to special summon themselves from the hand for any reason so far. So that is a weakness that I've seen. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Punk monster you control. It gains 600 attack. I like these. I like secondary monster gaining or attack gaining effects. All right, here's, I guess, one of the big monsters of the main deck. We'll see if it's worth playing. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. This is Punk Foxy Toon. Level 8 Light Beast effect monster. You contribute 1 punk monster. Special summon this card from your hand. Alright. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Send 1 card from your hand. Okay. Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 punk monster from your deck. Ooh. You have to go -2 just to summon a punk monster. Is that worth it? When this card destroys a monster in battle, you can gain life points. Oh, whoa. Whoa. I feel like this is not good, in my opinion. I don't know. Nothing about it seems very good. Okay, this is Punk Carp Rising. This is a level 8 water fish fusion. So they all have way different types, all of them. Different types. I guess a lot of them are Earth, but they do have Earth Psychic. We have a Light Beast and a Water Fish fusion. 2 punk monsters. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. You contribute this fusion summon card. Special summon up to 2 punk monsters with different names, except level 8 monsters from your hand or deck. Whoa, okay. Whoa, okay. Okay, alright. Well, that just kind of puts this on a whole new map, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, this is like Print Kids. But from the deck, bro? And they're not negated? That means you could search a spell and a trap. If this card uses material for a synchro summon, you can target 1 punk monster you control this turn. It can attack twice. That's not bad. Alright, let's check out this really cool artwork, by the way. I hope this is like, whatever set this is in, I hope this is the highest rarity, for sure. Amazing Dragon, Punk Amazing Dragon. Level 11 Wind Sea Serpent Synchro. Ooh, and it's like, you can use 2 monsters, which a lot of these level 11s, before you need like 2, but this one's good. So 3,000 attack, 2,800 defense. If this card is synchro summon, you can target a number of cards your opponent controls up to the number of level 3 psychic monsters with different names from your field and graveyard. Return them to the hand. This is like ice barriers, but, well thought out and fleshed out. You can target 1 punk monster in your graveyard, except Amazing Dragon, special summon it. Oh, you can only use 1 of these effects. That makes sense. Alright, I mean, that's pretty decent. Alright, let's see what you can search now. Continuous spells. This is Punk Wild Picking. You can only use the first effect with this card's name only once per turn. At the start of the damage step, if your punk monster is battling an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster. Alright, alright. If this card in its owner's spell and trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, punk monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle. I normally don't like battle effects, but it's like this is horrible against Dragoon, but you play Dragoon every match. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's not a very proactive type of card, but this second effect actually is pretty decent if they get rid of it. It's a problem, but you're kind of just laying out there. You're like, oh, like what could be a disruption. Then is like, oh, let me go into like nightmare cards or whatever you have for inherent, getting rid of stuff. We'll see if this one's any better. Punk Crusher Beat, continuous spell. You can only use the first effect with this card's name once per turn. If your opponent activates a card or card effect that targets a punk monster in your possession, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. But again, I feel like you're like asking them to walk into it, and if they're smart, they won't. Big brain stuff here. If this card in its owner's spell and trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can activate this effect for the rest of this turn. Punk monster control cannot be targeted by or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Yeah, I don't know. I don't super vibe with these spell cards, TBH. Because you're asking your opponent to do it. It's not like it's a trap card. I feel like if they... Well, we'll see what these do. You can actually... this is a... Wow, that was a weird way of what I... The sound just came out of my mouth. I don't know. Punk Dangerous Gabu. Normal trap. You can activate this card's name only once per turn. Target one effect monster your opponent controls. Negate its effects for the rest of this turn. Then if you control a punk monster, gain life points equal to the targeted monster's original attack. It's infinite impermanence. A searchable. Well, infinite impermanence can be used from the hand. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, because the only problem is really that I guess the idea is, okay, you tribute the water monster, you special summon the first one, so whatever you want to say this card is, so that way you can fusion summon, or no, that's not true, you would have already fusion summoned, so you want to add like the trap card and maybe something else like a punk monster to your hand. That way you have some disruption. If it's synchro summon, you can target cards during your opponent's turn and return them to the hand. Plus you have a monster negate. That's pretty decent actually, the more I think about it. And here we go. This is the last card here, Punk Nashawari Surprise. You can target one face-down card your opponent controls, or if you control a punk monster, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. So, I mean, they got it all, man. So, if you are able to open with the one that fusion summons, then you tribute these. You can search. Again, I don't really like the idea of this searching the spell cards. I just don't feel like they do enough. So, maybe you search, you know, again, this name is just killing me here. If you search this one, to search a monster, at that point, you might as well do the spell and the other one, and hopefully you have another monster on the field to synchro summon during your opponent's turn. That way, you either have your bouncing cards, right, because you're synchro summoning during their turn. You are potentially negating a monster effect or destroying a card. I guess that's kind of, it'll be matchup dependent for sure, but hey, it feels like they're making archetypes that are good now, and how much can you really complain about that? That's what I appreciate. Let me know what you guys think about this new punk archetype in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.